Hello Mystic Tribe family, my name is Supriya and today I'm very delighted to be part of this community, and I want to introduce myself and kind of give some input into what type of work I do. I am a Reiki practitioner and a teacher. I teach Reiki, I heal with Reiki. I also do Theta healing, which is part of healing modality now, where you can go into the subconscious mind and remove blockages in manifestation or any healing. Also, I'm very much connected with the Eastern philosophy and practices, rituals. I was born and raised in India. I reside outside India now, but most of the things I was taught when I was growing up, I still do practice. And when I came to Western countries and studied and learned some more of the techniques which they practice, I now kind of mix both of them, and in my day-to-day life and even with my clients, I practice those. I practice tarot. I professionally read tarot cards. I also do ancestral healing, with your own bloodline. If there are a lot of blockages or the family patterns, it creates huge obstacles and hindrances in our 3D life. So it was quite a journey for me. I studied engineering and then kind of moved to a completely different profession now. So I will talk about it more later on. I do a lot of rituals with spirits or passed on souls who have not crossed out yet and lingering. So I practice that a lot, and I'm very happy to be part of this community and will be able to share my knowledge and also learn from many of the friends and practitioners here. So with this introduction, today we're gonna do a small, a reading with tarot, but we're gonna see, it's an ancestral reading I want to do. What kind of ancestral energy you have in your bloodline, if there are any obstacles, or if they are helping you, what messages they're gonna do or offer you. And I'm thinking I'll just do a small pick a card reading, and in coming weeks we'll talk more about different rituals, how to manifest more smoothly and easily, and if in case we have certain energy which we need to release from our energy field, how Reiki or any other type of energy modality helps you. So we'll talk about that, and also other practices which I do, fire rituals and working with elements, working on full moons and new moons, and especially eclipses. We have one coming in winter, how to work on the winter solstice and summer solstice when the energy field is quite high. Also, if you're visiting any pilgrimage or sacred temple or any place where there's 1,000 of years of practices, how to get benefits, a real benefit, a spiritual benefit from that place. So that's what I'm thinking of adding in my readings and my sessions here on, and I'm very excited about this journey. And let's begin with a small reading. Thank you. Hello everyone. So these are 3 piles. Pile number 1 is with green stone, malachite. Pile number 2, golden stone, pyrite. And pile number 3, carnelian, orange, reddish stone. So go ahead and choose one pile, and we will see you with pile number 1, malachite. Thank you. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 1. Let's see what messages you are receiving from your ancestors and what you need to know about your family history, your bloodline. Let's dig into it. We'll start with tarot first. Your first card is Three of Cups. Your next card is Five of Pentacles, the Sun, the Chariot, Five of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. And back of the deck we have Four of Swords. I see here a pattern, especially with finance and material abundance. In the past, many members of your family, in your bloodline, people have gone through a very rags to riches type of story here. They suffered a lot in initial years of their life, or their financial condition was very good when they were growing up, and due to certain circumstances their life went into a turmoil, and they had to see heartbreaks, personal relationships getting spoiled due to finance. Maybe somebody left them, and finance was the main reason. So all the trauma was related to finding stability, financial stability. But then they somehow regained their strength, their inner strength, and worked through their fears, and again for themselves gained lot of wealth. So they went through lot of ups and downs in finance, but many people in the past have gone through certain patterns related to money. They either had lot of money, and at one point their family lost lot of it, and they had to work a lot to reach to the position, or they grew up in a very dire state and worked very hard and gained their wealth. And while doing all this, somewhere they sort of lost the touch with the fun side of their personality. They might have had gained lot of wealth and faced lot of obstacles. I see personal tragedies here in relationships, especially relationships. They might have felt ignored, taken for granted, or people just used them and left them for other better opportunities. And though the people in your ancestry worked very hard, really hard on themselves with determination, they built a very stable and steady foundation for themselves, their family, but they could never really open themselves to the fun aspect of life. They always felt somewhat little bit guilty, even while enjoying their own wealth. There was some sort of fear always lingering behind their mind, and it's somewhere kind of at the end of their years, end of their life, when they were pretty old, they felt maybe they should have been a little bit more open, not so rigid. And this is not happening just with one person. It might have just become a pattern. So many people, many ancestors went through certain experiences which are similar, where finance is the concern. And at present, they are coming forward to tell you that the stability and wealth you seek is always going to be there for you. At present, if you are going through any difficulties in a relationship, and your professional life is also troubling you or not doing very well, the focus need to be a little bit on interpersonal relationship. And though it seems maybe very illogical for you to focus on now because you are quite worried about finance, or you do not have the job security, you lack the stability in your professional life, somewhere all that stress and strain is building on your personal relationship, on your personal life. If you're not in a partnership, just with your closed ones, your family, friends, the relationship you have with them is very stressed at present. And the main message coming for you is focus on building a strong foundation and a secured relationship with your closed one, even with your friends. If this is not intimate relationship, just with your friends, do your work, focus on your career. But if in doing all that, are you losing the interest in human society, the fun part of human relationship? Is it all work and no play? Are you becoming very workaholic? If you continue that path, you will gain lot of wealth, lot of stability, a high post in your career, whatever you're seeking. But you will not have good close relationships. Always in your life, in later years also, you will feel that emptiness within. You will start craving a lot for human relationships, friendships, and there's always a danger to fall into the wrong relationship or wrong friendships just for the sake of being in touch with someone. So if you're having any difficulties, or your career needs a lot of work, if you're putting efforts, you're still not gaining those results, they will come to you for sure. With Sun and Chariot, you are a very hardworking and honest person. Whatever you seek to achieve professionally, it's gonna come to you for sure. But do not lose the personal relationship aspect of your life. However hard the situation in your work life is, always focus to find that balance. And no matter what, I see at present you have good friends around you, good relationships around you who are genuinely interested in you, and they do want to build a solid friendship, solid relationships with you. They also like to have fun, party, and creatively do things with you. So don't be so serious. Make sure that you spend time with your loved one. That's something very important, which your ancestors are trying to tell you here. Let's see what other advice or other insight we have on this topic. So your first card is Hunger. Excuse me. Strengthen your body and ground your light. Let your soul shine. So I see people who are watching this pile are extremely goal driven. They have certain goals in their life which they want to achieve, especially professional goals. You are very driven, determined, and probably you ignore the other aspects of your life. Your root chakra is very active here. All that passion, all that exuberance you have to achieve something needs a little bit of, outlet, not only in your work life, because I see that that will always be your priority and you will do very well no matter where you are at present. You are going to you're going to get great results in your career, whatever business, career, money, whatever you are thinking about. But it needs to be channeled properly to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Otherwise you will end up very lonely, and there will be a lot of anxieties after a few years. So the equal focus needs to be on personal relationship, having a very healthy body. More than healthy body, a routine needs to be followed in your day-to-day life. Some sort of exercise regime will always help you. And no matter how your day is, you need to do at least 5 or 10 minutes of meditation, walking bare feet on grass, just connecting more to the earth energy and grounding all that passion and drive you have. I also feel if you follow any rituals, especially on new moon or full moon, to get more connected with your ancestors' energy or to honor them on new moon or full moon, it's going to bring a lot of abundance in your life. If you do not know how to honor them, you can just lit a candle in the south direction. South is the direction of ancestors. Even feeding or donating some food or any type of donation to the charities who work for dogs, or stray dogs, stray animals, that's going to bring that balance in your situation. A lot of ancestral blessing will come, and this lack mentality and the fear of what if I don't work and end up in this situation lifelong will go away. So this was your reading, and thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 2. Let's see what messages you have from your ancestors and what you need to know about your family history, your bloodline. So let's start your reading. We'll start with tarot first, and then we'll see some extra advice from Oracle. So your first card is 8 of Cups. Your next card is King of Swords, 2 of Wands, 7 of Cups, Page of Cups, or this is Ace of Wands. And back of the deck we have Phoenix. I see a lot of migrants here, or a lot of travel in your family's history. So in your bloodline, this is not like you or your family is kind of they reside in the ancestral home for generations, or they are in the same city or even in the same vicinity of their birthplace. No, I see people who migrated a lot. They had to leave their birthplace, then they settled somewhere. They don't only have to leave their birthplace, they sort of had to give up a lot of their properties, their house, whatever they were doing professionally, and just walking away to a faraway land and settle there, start the life again. And maybe in a few generations later, again, some of their children or grandchildren had to go through the same. So this has become a pattern. So some or other circumstances happen, and they always have to leave the security and safety, or whatever they felt was working for them for many years suddenly stop working, and they have to go through and find new arenas in life. Maybe not completely migrate, but if late, probably in recent years, you might have seen with your grandparents or parents, they were doing quite well professionally or leading a certain type of lifestyle, and suddenly something changes and they had to give up that lifestyle, that job, and start something which is completely totally different from their family tradition. And I see they established quite well in your family history, your ancestors who left their hometown, their birthplace, and went to farther places. They did have that security again. They had a stable life. They worked hard and build a solid foundation for themselves and their family ahead. But somewhere internally, they always, kept longing for that home which was lost. There is a feeling of nostalgia here, a lot of it. They probably always wanted to go back to the place where they grew up and where their home was. They planned that they will raise enough funds and go back, but maybe it never happened, and that wish sort of lingers here still. Maybe not a birthplace, maybe the work they were doing, they were so attached, and due to certain circumstances they had to leave it and do something completely different. But some part of their soul still longs for that home which was once lost. And the whole purpose, I think, was this is a very spiritual bloodline, I feel. People, they all had to go through, and I feel if at present you resemble with this pile, so if you are at the on the threshold of leaving something behind which you were quite used to, and looking at completely different options in life. So the whole purpose of this journey is, and that's what your ancestors are also telling you, is not to get too attached to where you are. So the whole detachment strategy is what is working here. So the spirituality talks about you can do your work, you can enjoy it also, but it's not permanent. Whatever you see or think is permanent, your family, home, close relationships, at certain point you have to leave them or they leave you, not by choice. Sometimes people get old, they leave us, or something else happens. So again and again this pattern, if it is repeating, so in a family there's the main reason in this lifetime, at least you have to understand, is this phoenix like strength you already have within you, to leave something completely good and well established and start anew again. And if you have gone through certain patterns like this in your lifetime, know that this is actually growing your soul very well. You are quite flexible. You can do any work. You can settle anywhere. You can make friends again. You are totally different person than your ancestors. Maybe you understand this, or through this reading, this message has been given to you. I feel don't get too attached to the past. That's what they are trying to tell you here. And this judgment is telling you that the main reason behind these upheavals in your life is to get you more spiritually aware, and spiritually aware of the shallowness of this 3D reality. And at present, if you are feeling sad or low because you had to leave something solid behind, and you're starting something new, and you're a little sad about it, so don't be. You will find your stability again. You will find friends, relationships, all that will be there. And when it comes to you, don't long for what was lost. It wasn't really lost, it was just a reason for you to understand the fickleness and the unstable nature of 3D reality. And the more you stay in present and enjoy, you are going to be actually successful and peaceful. Because as you can see, the 7 of Cups, all mirrors are fine, but the bigger one is cracked. So just like your ancestors, they had a very successful life where they chose to go, but still inside their heart was craving for something, the home they thought was their home. There is a chance for you to go through the same situation when in a new relationship or a new job. Even if you're relocating somewhere, don't long for the things which are gone from your life. They were there for a certain reason, and now they have served their purpose. And at present, you just need to look forward and go ahead. I also feel here, on the journey of your ancestors' travel, on their journey, and for hundreds of years, if they have migrated somewhere, some of them became very attuned to the nature, herbs, grounding energy. So there is a possibility that some of them were actually naturopaths, healers, Ayurvedic doctors, or any type of shamanic energy. But it's more that the knowledge they gathered has been used to heal people. And I especially feel they might have practiced it with their friends and family. They were doctors, or maybe 200-300 years ago, if there was no regular medicine like study which they could go, I feel it's just like they had so much knowledge about herbs that they could prescribe medicine or just give herbs to people. And you still have that potential, that skill inside you. Maybe it is dormant, and if you feel drawn to those practices, any type of naturopathy, herbology, or any nature related medicine, if you want to practice it, it's a very good field, good profession. If you want to practice it professional as a profession, it's a very good choice for you. But only if you pursue this as an interest, as a hobby, you will gain a lot of knowledge, and maybe in few years it's going to open a completely different area, a hobby for you, which you can take it as a profession, as a side profession, as an extra profession also. And it will bring you a lot of wealth and stability too. Let's see what other messages you have. Okay. Jade, again the green energy. As I told you that there's a special connection here with plants, medicine, plant medicine, herbs, nature, and cherry. align your universe, navigate distractions. If at present, if you're feeling, or if this has been an issue for you, some type of chronic issue where you have migraines, a consistent migraine issue, or if you try to focus somewhere or working too hard somewhere, if it's very hard for you to focus or concentrate, or if you resonate with the energy of empaths, if you are highly empath and very psychic, and then knowingly, unknowingly, you absorb other people's emotions, a very much grounding energy, connecting with nature, just taking short trips in wild forest, woods, going on camping, those type of therapies will help you rather than doing actually any other therapy. The nature is your answer here. Even in your diet, if you consume more raw green vegetables, more fruits, a very plant-based diet, it will bring you, it will automatically reduce those toxins, those other people's energy, and it will help you align with your own purpose. So that's the message you have from your ancestors, and thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's see what messages you have from your ancestors, and let's look a little bit more into your family history, your bloodline, something you need to be aware of. We'll start our reading with tarot first, and then we'll look into oracle cards. So your first card is Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Cups, Temperance, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the Death. Wow. And back of the deck we have Moon. So especially with this pile, there are certain expectations your ancestors have from you, especially from you. This message wasn't prominent in last 2 piles. The energy was quite flowing, but here I feel certain members of your ancestry, your bloodline, due to whatever reasons, haven't crossed over very smoothly. Maybe they had very intense desires and their life was cut short due to whatever reasons, and they left this world where probably they were pretty young, they were full of life, and they couldn't enjoy their life, or they had certain goals they were working, and suddenly they had to depart from this world. So the energy of those desires, those unfulfilled wishes and dreams still lingers. Probably that's why the soul is not able to cross over completely. And with you, because you are the one who's watching this reading, they expect some type of work to be done through you, or you are the one who, by fulfilling certain wishes which you have, if you work towards them, if you put a lot of efforts and achieve those goals, your ancestors will receive that energy, and they will be able to cross over. And I'm not saying here they are harming you or producing any type of obstacles in your path. No. But the desires which you have, maybe you have something in your mind which is completely not in sync, you feel, which is not in sync with your mental pattern, the way you were raised, or wherever you are working, your lifestyle is. Suddenly you start feeling those urges, like you want to achieve that, you want to travel there, you want to lead a certain type of lifestyle, and for a few days it's there, that intense desire, it goes away, but later again it comes back. And this has been probably a pattern with you, and you are never you don't have a clarity why does this thing happens to you. So that's one sign here that you need to work on those desires, those wishes, whatever is constantly bothering you, with you need to take action towards it. Rest all will work on its own, because with Wheel of Fortune, once you start taking action towards those goals, those dreams, and you do not even need to dig like what's the dream I need to work. This is something which is there at the back of your mind from many years, and it takes very intense form for a few days, goes away, again comes back. That is something which you need to work. If the energies are quite strong, or if you feel very drawn to those desires, those goals during eclipse season, especially eclipses, that is something you need to focus on. But once you start taking those actions, automatically everything will fall into places. Right now, maybe you don't know how to achieve them. Maybe you just do a normal job, and you have this intense desire to start a business, a very grand scale idea you have in your mind, to launch your own product. But you neither have education or skill set related to that product. Maybe you don't have the funds to start that. But once you make that wish, once you put in the intention, and you will start taking steps towards it, researching about it, you will get the answers, you will get the help needed, and it will come from your ancestors. Lots of help will come. They somehow want those wishes and dreams fulfilled, and you also feel drawn to it. So this is somewhere they want to see their dreams fulfilled through you, and I feel this is a sort of debt you owe to your family. I also feel there's a message for very few of you here. You have been reborn in your family again. Few generations ago, you were born in the same family, and the time when your life was cut short, that time, certain goals and relationships you left unfulfilled, or whatever it was, you are reborn again to sort of fulfill that destiny. So, and at present, and maybe from many years, you haven't taken a step toward it, the action toward it, and that's why it's constantly coming again. Just start taking action, and everything will resolve on its own. I also feel if this is the energy of your ancestors, most of these ancestors are coming from your mom's side. These are your maternal ancestors, and they have their energy is quite present in your reading. Let's see what else they want to tell you. Messages. Enjoy clear hearing, number 43, mauve. Purity, number 13. emotional challenges, resolve the issue. Back of the deck we have between worlds, new direction. This between worlds, again talking about some ancestral energy which hasn't crossed well, or are they are still waiting there for someone to kind of work on their dreams and wishes. So enjoy clear hearing and emotional challenges. I feel you have always been given messages, or your ancestors have been trying very hard from past many years to reach to you, to try to communicate with you and somehow send you this message. Probably the reading is a clarification for you that they are indeed trying to reach you. They by dreams or just some synchronistic messages, some books, they are trying to reach this message to you. They want you to understand what they are trying to tell you. And maybe you are quite psychically aware, but these messages or their energy always sort of created anxiety and disbelief in yourself. You are not ready to understand, or probably you do not want to understand. You don't want to hear this communication. Maybe some people do see their ancestors in dreams, or maybe in past you have given this message by astrologers or tarot readers, or just by your family. You are quite aware of the situation, that you have been told some type of communication is coming to you from your ancestors, but you have certain anxiety towards it. You are not very open to their energy, and the first message coming to you is don't be afraid of them. Do not be afraid. They are just trying to reach you to communicate, and they are not at all going to harm you in any way. The energy present here, the ancestral energy, is very pure. They have very good intentions, and pure intentions towards you. They actually want to bless you by fulfilling these wishes, this dream. A lot of abundance is coming towards you. A reading starting with Wheel of Fortune and ending with death brings extreme transformation in personal and professional life. Huge transformation. If you go and fulfill those wishes, you will feel abundance, peace, inner peace and balance, which you have never ever felt in your life. Always there was something which was bogging you down, or something was there which you were not understanding, but you felt like you lack something. You need to go somewhere, you need to achieve something, you need to be in relationship with someone, and it was very intense. And by taking those actions, you are going to reach that peace, that serenity. Actually, that's what I'm hearing, serenity. Your life will be very peaceful, and at present, which you cannot even fathom, those type of blessings will come. Whenever ancestors' blessing comes, I have seen it with my personal experience. It comes in a very huge form, and it comes in your 3D life. It's not something happens in 5D. It actually manifests in your 3D reality. So don't be afraid or anxious towards this energy. Maybe there's a lot of mental conflict back and forth which you have at present, but go towards it. And at present, if you have any opportunity given to you, anything being offered to you, or you see some outlet on how to manifest these dreams, please go towards it, because that's the door you need to take. And rest all, you do not need to have grand plans or fully foolproof plan on how to achieve it. Help will be given on each and every step. The next step will be shown. So please go ahead. That's what they're trying to tell you. So this was your reading, pile number 3. Thank you for watching.